weekdays on 1010XL.
This is the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach. 1010XL, home sweet home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter on 1010XL. Presented by Osteen Volvo and Volkswagen and Dr. George Bari and Bari Orthopedics. From Players Grill Mandarin, here are your hosts Ryan the Hacker Green, Leon Searcy, and Coach Campo.
There's the snap. McPherson kicks it up. The 48-yard field goal is good.
And the flag down.
There is a flag down.
I think it's against the Jags for hitting the center. My guess, where that flag's thrown.
The flag is down. If it's against the Jags, the game will be over, and the Bengals will have won.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, missing. Penalties decline. Field goal is good.
The 48-yarder wins it for Cincinnati. And they have come to Jacksonville and beaten the Jaguars 34-31 in overtime on a Monday night at Everbank Stadium.
Frank Frangie on the call, Jaguars radio, and with that, a very, solemn Tuesday morning. Jacksonville, it is the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. We're brought to you by Dr. George Bari and Bari Orthopedics and Osteen Volkswagen, obviously not live at Players Grill, but we do love Players Grill. We'll be out there on Sunday when the Cleveland Browns and the Jaguars get after it. I'm here with head coach Dave Campo, the big fella Leon Searcy sitting this one out. And, Coach, I am paid to talk into a microphone. That's literally how I make my living. The game's been over now for roughly 2 hours. And I'm trying to find the words to express what we saw tonight at Everbank Stadium, and the only thing I can come up with is it was a football disaster. It was a football catastrophe. You wait 12 years to get back under the lights for Monday Night Football at home, and that is what happens. Tonight's tough all the way around. Fans, media alike. That was terrible this evening.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's no question. It was very disappointing, especially on defense. Offensively, I don't think that they necessarily had a great game. Statistically, they were okay. They were 40% on third down. There were some things that they did well. But defensively, I'll be honest with you. I coached defense for 46 years, and I'm at a loss for words on this one. I mean, it was just one of those games that, you had to get them into third and longs. We never really got them into third and longs. We didn't win first downs very often. The bootlegs killed us. Whenever we tried to blitz them, they hit us with something, scared us out of going man coverage. It was just one of those games that we couldn't get a balance on defense, and we missed some tackles. We made some mistakes coverage-wise because I think the crowd was so loud against their offense. It hurt us a little bit on defense as well. It was just one of those games that whoever had the ball last was going to win the game. And, unfortunately, when Trevor went down, they had an opportunity to finish it off on us.
Jaguar fans, we will take your phone calls, 641-1010. Keep it clean, right? I know it's the late hours, or I guess early morning hours after a football disaster today at Everbank Stadium. And to me, Coach, like you lose the game, you almost won it. I mean, if Anton Harrison doesn't get called for holding, by the way, a very ticky-tack holding penalty, I've seen a lot worse not be called. But it's almost fitting that you pile the loss on top of everything else. Christian Kirk gets hurt on literally the first offensive snap. You lose Trevor Lawrence, obviously. We'll talk about that. Walker Little, Foley Fatukasi, Trey Herndon. I mean, you lost all of these guys. Well, let's get to Trevor. I mean, he was awesome when he was in there, and he just gets his foot stepped on, his ankle stepped on by Walker Little, a freak thing. Now, we don't have any clarification on what's going on with Trevor Lawrence. I want to make that very clear. And I don't understand how social media, all of a sudden there's Twitter doctors everywhere. that watch these games and diagnose people. Nobody has any idea about Trevor. Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter are the two guys that have come out and said it's an ankle sprain. They'll have more information tomorrow. Trevor apparently was in good spirits in the locker room. If this was an Aaron Rodgers-esque situation, I think we would have heard about it by now. You knew about Aaron Rodgers a couple hours after it happened. The more time that goes by, I think is better sign that maybe it's not season ending, but he was in a walking boot in the locker room leaving, and I think best case scenario, it's going to be a couple of weeks, just my opinion, before we see Trevor Lawrence again.
Yeah, I think that when he threw his helmet, that gave me an indication that he was scared.
Mm-hmm.
So, he was in better spirits after the ball game than, if he was really a season ending, I don't think he would have acted the way he did at the end.
I think the X-ray to me would have shown if something was fractured. I think we would know if it was a broken ankle, or my concern was a broken leg because he fell back on it and he got rolled up on and all that weight fell back on it. If it is just an ankle sprain, even a high ankle sprain, you're counting your blessings tonight. It could have been a lot worse. Again, we'll get definitive word, I believe, tomorrow when Doug meets the media. But you just add that to the absolute ineptitude of the defense. I mean, they made Jake Browning look like a combination of Boomer Esiason and Joe Burrow out there. It was shockingly bad how awful the Jaguars were tonight on defense.
Well, first of all, in the first half, he was 17 for 19. That's 90%.
Yeah.
I've never seen a quarterback throw for 90%. I was doing it for a long time. I think he finished with like 85%.
Yeah, it was 32 of 37 for 354.
I've never seen that. That's why I'm kind of at a loss for words. Obviously, they came in with a good game plan. We didn't execute. Yeah, I mean, when a guy gets and I have to say this about Tyson Campbell. He did not have a good game. And I'm a firm believer if a guy doesn't practice, he doesn't play. That's just my mentality. Because when you don't practice, and you don't practice for 2 or 3 weeks, you got to make sure they get out there enough in practice before you put them back out there. And I'm not sure he got enough practice because he had a rough ball game. So I think it's a combination of execution. I don't think we got a good balance on defense where, we didn't play very much man-to-man. So all the bootlegs and all that stuff, all those deep crossing routes that they hit, that's how you get them on the bootlegs.
I'll tell you what I'm a firm believer in. I don't want to hear any more about playoff seeding. I don't want to hear any more about the number 1 seed or any of that nonsense. First Monday Night Football game in 12 years at home, and you let Jake Browning, making his first start on the road, come in here and do that to you. Can you imagine what Tua or Mahomes or Lamar Jackson would have done to that defense tonight? So any talk about Jacksonville competing with those teams right now, please set that aside for the time being because that's not reality. I'm also a firm believer in if a team shows you who they are, believe them. The Jaguars have had 3 opportunities at home this year in, quote, showcase games. Kansas City, San Francisco, and Monday night here against Cincinnati. And in all 3 instances, at home, can I say that? It's kind of late. No, I'll come up with different verbiage. They did not play well. I'll keep it G-rated.
Well,
when a team shows you who they are, believe them. This team does not step up to the plate when all eyes are on them.
Yeah, we certainly have not done that, and I have to agree with you. And usually when it's done once, it's one thing. When it's done twice, it's another. When it's done the third time, it's a trend. So we're not ready for prime time right now. It's very simple.
Phone lines are loaded. How about you, Jacksonville, Florida, at 1:48 Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday morning? We got loaded phone lines. Let's get to you. 641-1010. The Jaguars 34-31. Here is the way to look at it, guys, because I know people are worried about the standings. I'm much more concerned about the awful defense and about Trevor. But if you're concerned about the standings, here's the way to look at it. Tiebreakers are a glorious thing when it comes to the division. Do not concern yourself with Jacksonville being 8-4 and Indy being 7-5. That's not factual. Jacksonville is up 2 games on Indianapolis because they own the tiebreaker. Similarly with Houston, Houston would have to win the rest of their division games to pass Jacksonville in a tie-breaking scenario. The way I'm rationalizing this, Coach, is this. If Jacksonville goes 3-2 in their last 5, that gets you to 11-6. That would require, at that point, Houston or Indy to win out from here on out, to go 5-0. One of those teams cannot do that because they play each other in Week 18. So I don't think you're going to – if you don't have Trevor, I don't think you're beating Cleveland. If you don't have Trevor, I don't think you're beating Baltimore. But at that point, now we're 3 weeks down the road. When/if Trevor comes back, if you beat Tampa, you beat Carolina, and you beat Tennessee, 3 awful teams, you finish 11-6, I would put all my chips in the middle right now with that record, making then Houston or Indy have to win out in that scenario.
Yeah, I think that's legitimate thinking. I don't usually go that far. I usually go with what am I going to do next week?
Agreed, but people are freaking out on Twitter.
I'm sure,
yeah.
and I agree with you that it's difficult. It'll be difficult for those other 2 teams to go undefeated all the way.
Let's get to the phone lines. Let's go to Yulee, 641-1010 on the 5th quarter. Let's get Mike in here on 1010XL. Mike, go ahead.
How we doing, fellas?
Oh, Mike, we've been better, man. How are you?
Likewise. I had something I was going to say, and then you start talking about the playoff picture. My problem is that I'm not worried about the fucking playoffs.
Oh,
sorry.
No. Let's dump that. All right. Let's be clear on this, okay? Again, it's 1:50 in the morning. I get that. I understand libations were probably flowing down at Everbank Stadium, and I'm with you. But, guys, come on. Let's keep it PG rated. You're better than that, Mike. 641-1010. Let's go to St. Augustine. Let's get Kim in here on the 5th quarter. Kim, what's going on?
Hey, guys.
Kim, how are you?
I'm mad, but 2 things. One is, a year ago, 2 years ago, we were talking about, who had what Jacksonville Jaguar jersey, we were just, it was frustrating and we were losing always. And I'm mad about this game because we had an expectation of winning. And I'm concerned for Trevor, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But the other part is, expectations. And even though we're mad today, we're doing a hell of a lot better than we've been doing in the past. And it's really hard to change and win in the NFL.
Kim, appreciate the phone call. No, it is hard to win in the NFL, and the Jaguars have made a massive improvement, Coach, in 2 years. But I think there were so many expectations coming into tonight, and people were so fired up for Monday Night Football. And for that to happen, you want to talk about letting the air out of the balloon or just an ultimate gut punch? That's exactly what this fan base is feeling right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, we have good fans here in Jacksonville, and they deserve to be to be happy. And we have been. I'm with the young lady from the standpoint that we've won 14 out of. We were 14 out of 18 the last 18 games going into this football game. So there's a lot of things to, you have to look at it from the standpoint that, hey, the season is not over. We lost a football game and we didn't play well, but there's still games left for us to have a chance to rectify that. Now, am I upset? Absolutely. I'm like I said, I'm at loss for words on the defense. But at the same time, you have to look at it that we got another opportunity next week.
What was the message, in your opinion? Obviously, you don't know, but being a former head coach, you got a pretty good idea. Quarterback goes down, you lose a heartbreaker, and just all the awfulness that happened. I mean, what does Doug Peterson tell the guys on their way home tonight?
Well, I think he walks in, he says, hey, that was really disappointing, and we had an opportunity to do something, we didn't get it done. So the only way I know how to do anything is to get back to the drawing board, flush it out after 24 hours, and get ready for Cleveland. And defensively, we really got to look at ourselves and were we 100% ready? Were we, I think you had to get after the defense a little bit. Offensively, we got to make plays when we have the opportunity. Ridley had a couple of opportunities to make plays. He didn't make them. It really comes down to being honest, but at the same time saying, hey, the season is not over. It's time to go forward. We still have a pathway to get where we want to get. And so you got to kind of temper it with a little positiveness, but you really have to look at yourselves and say, hey, we got to play better football. That was the disappointing thing.
Steven, DJ, George, you guys hang in there. You'll be up on the other side. It is the Window World of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. We're brought to you by Dr. George Bari and Bari Orthopedics and Osteen Volkswagen with the head coach, Dave Campo. I'm the hacker, Leon Searcy. We're here. I'm the hacker, Ryan Green. Leon Searcy is out today. It is late, guys. Almost 2 in the morning. The big fella needed a little rest. The hacker with you. Coach Dave Campo here with you. Your phone calls next. We will talk Jaguars. We will talk the loss. If we hear anything about Trevor, I doubt we will at this late hour. We're going to get more information on that tomorrow. But if we hear anything over the next hour or so, we will let you know. We can mourn together here on the fifth quarter as we roll on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
No static ever. Download the free 1010XL app for Apple and Android devices and take us with you wherever you go. 1010XL.
Now is the perfect time to make sure that your roof hasn't been damaged after storm season. Schedule a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. And right now, get 15% off your roof replacement and repairs. Plus, flexible financing options are available. This offer expires December 31st and restrictions apply. Universal Roof and Contracting, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. Elevate your driving experience with Osteen Volvo Cars of Jacksonville. The Osteen Volvo team is a key piece of our community, and when it comes to cars, excellence is non-negotiable. Visit Osteen Volvo on Phillips Highway, online at osteenvolvo.com.
The holidays provide a good reminder to ensure your vehicle is well maintained for safe and reliable travels. So in the spirit of giving, Famous Automotive and Tire is offering a buy 3, get 1 free promotion on all size tires and brands. All new tire sizes and brands, buy 3, get 1 free. This holiday sale also applies to all shocks and struts. Visit the shop for details and get your vehicle holiday ready at Famous Automotive and Tire. 7 locations servicing every customer like they're famous.
Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is the sports medicine leader in Northeast Florida. We're proud to be the official sports medicine provider for your hometown teams, including the Jaguars, Sharks, Axemen, Armada, and the Jumbo Shrimp. We have the most cutting-edge resources for sports medicine care, including Active Armor casting, Alter-G anti-gravity treadmills, and highly trained physicians and athletic trainers. JOI is truly where the pros go, and so should you.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty, a proud partner of the Jaguars. Now you can enjoy your favorite local vodka with your favorite pizza pie at V's Pizza in Fernandina Beach.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars for the past decade.
The Jaguars win it!
This is 1010XL, WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at jaguars.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase to enter or win, must be 18 or older and a legal resident of Florida or Georgia. Promotion period 9/5/23 through 12/15/23. For official rules and complete details, visit jaguars.com/shadows. Sponsored by Jacksonville Jaguars, LLC.
Every weekend is a Stone Cold Sports Weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for the Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com. Committed to the team. Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. So our policies have no fine print and no military service restrictions. We don't work on commission. We're nonprofit, so we pass the savings along to our members. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve.
Get more bark out of your dogs. I'm Andrew Gibson. I'll bring you the Bulldog Report all season long on 1010XL.
Brought to you by Travis Cummings and the Bailey Group.
Hey, it's Mike Dempsey, and you know how I feel about Pella Windows and Doors. Great design, strongest warranties, and the highest quality products. I even chose Pella Windows for my own home. And whether you're a homeowner replacing windows or building a new home or a trade professional working with clients, I know the design experts at Pella will help your project run smoothly and look great. Visit PellaJacks.com or the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. That's Pella Windows and Doors.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The window world of Northeast Florida, fifth quarter. From Players Grill Mandarin. Presented by Dr. George Bari and Bari Orthopedics. And Osteen Volvo and Volkswagen on 1010XL.
Dropping, looking, Trevor fires to the back of the end zone, and that ball is caught for the touchdown after the deflection by Parker Washington. It was tipped by a Cincinnati defender. Washington caught it for the score.
Frank Frangie on the call, Jaguars Radio. Parker Washington, a coming out party for Parker after the Christian Kirk injury. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you an offensive player of the game. That offensive player of the game is brought to you by our friends at Universal Roof. RJ, let's do it now. The Universal Roof offensive player of the game.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the offensive player of the game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Kudos to Parker Washington, coach. 6 grabs, 61 yards, and a touchdown. It's his first 6 catches of the year. All came tonight. Now, we hope the best for Christian Kirk. Again, we don't know about him either. Walker Little, I mean, there's a ton of injured guys. But Parker Washington certainly stepped up tonight.
He did. And, you know, for a minute there, he was the only one that was catching balls, you know, and getting himself open. And he also had a really nice kickoff return as well. So, or punt return, I guess it was a punt return. But, you know, he's got that Kirk-like slot-type receiver situation. And, you know, I thought he did well tonight, and he put his name in the books.
Jaguar fans, you are absolutely sensational. 2:05 in the morning, and we have loaded phone lines. We're also streaming tonight, by the way. If you're at home and can't fall asleep because you're miserable because the Jaguars just give you a shot below the belt, I don't blame you. I'm kind of the same way. Feel free to watch us on YouTube. You can watch us there. You can also watch us on Twitter. Coach Campo and myself, we're all mourning together here on this Tuesday morning after the Jaguars lose in overtime to the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's go to Mandarin, my neck of the woods. Let's get Steven in here on the fifth quarter on 1010XL. Steven, what do you got?
Hey, guys. Two things. Watching the game live, it brought back horrifying memories of Chad Henne going down the field in the playoffs. But in this game, it was an extended version of it with Browning, unfortunately. It's just a comment. The question is, thinking long-term, protecting the team. I know you said don't bring up playoffs, but I have to because we have a chance of getting there. Do you bring in a veteran to protect Trevor? Because I just don't think CJ can be the guy like Foles was for the Eagles years ago with Doug. And if you bring in a veteran, who is it? Now I'm just going to throw a name out there. Last season I had read that the 49ers had a handshake deal with Phillip Rivers, who's coaching high school football, I believe, in Alabama, to come in, but then Purdy turned into who he was. So do you bring in a veteran just to help out, to just kind of be there in case CJ can't carry us? That's just my question.
Steven, appreciate the phone call. I actually thought CJ Beathard, under really bad circumstances, came in and played well. And by the way, if Anton Harrison doesn't get called for holding, the Jaguars are winning this game with that Beathard throw. Problem is, Beathard looked like he injured his wrist a little bit. He was nursing that. I mean, every time they showed him, too, he's got his arm elevated, so I'm waiting to see if there's an injury status on Beathard. But you're not going to find anybody in December to come in and play quarterback for you. The hay is in the barn. If Trevor's out for an extended period of time, Coach, they're going with C.J. Beathard.
Yeah, I think the only one that maybe was available that you really might look at is a guy like Joe Flacco.
And they're going to play him on Sunday.
We're going to play him this weekend.
Yeah.
I thought Beathard did fine. And I don't know about his wrist. I think we have to look at it. But, I thought he had a chance. Really, if he got out on that perimeter, he made a nice throw on that one. And we were, down to the 5-yard line on that on that throw.
Yeah, they would have won the game.
Holding.
Yeah, they would have won the game.
So, I think we're okay there. I think you have to pattern your offense. I mean, it's up to the coaches to do what he does best. And somewhere along the line, we're going to have to run the ball a little bit more than we're doing. And that might start this weekend.
I've gone from depression on short yardage for the Jaguars to now it's just anger. I just get mad. When they run it in the middle and they lose a yard every time they do it, it's a cluster of errors. It's a clown show. The Jacksonville Jaguars are the worst short yardage team in the NFL.
Yeah, well, finally they did what they should have been doing the whole year, is running the quarterback sneaks.
Yeah, but
because
there were a couple.
That's it.
Trevor took a shot on one of those.
And listen, hey, it's not a guarantee of anything. So we can't run the ball in the middle. We just can't do it. We're off tackle and outside. And when you're in a short yardage situation, those guys are penetrating. And that's when you get tackled for a loss. A lot of times when you try to go to the perimeter in short yardage, because those guys are not worried about anything. They're coming full speed, and they're swimming guys and doing all kinds of stuff to get penetration in that situation.
Let's go out to Julington Creek. Let's get DJ in here on 1010XL. DJ, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, guys? My question was for Coach. I'm sitting in the stands tonight, and I really want to know, as I'm watching the game, I'm thinking, the game plan that the Bengals brought against us, it looked like a team that we kind of looked like we were unprepared for. Almost like they had developed a game plan for okay, this is what we're going to do. They used to throw Burrow, this and that, and they had developed a game plan against us that we weren't ready for, and the team just looked lost the entire time. All the plays that they were moving the ball down the field. our defense looked lost. It just looked like a game plan that they had developed for their backup, and we were not prepared for. And that's, we just kind of looked lost the entire time.
DJ, appreciate the phone call. Did they get out-coached?
Yeah, well, first of all, their game plan coming in, I guarantee you, was we're gonna establish the run if we can do it, which they did. They got ahead of the chains most of the time, but their big thing was keep our offense off the field. So everything they did was bootleg crossing routes. They'd take a 10-yard gain. They'd take a 5-yard gain, quick passes. The screens, you saw the screens, the quick screens out to the wideouts.
Yeah, why don't you give your thoughts on the Jaguars' defense when it comes to defending the screen, Coach?
Well, first of all, we can't play a screen. Playing a screen is just like playing a running play. There's got to be a contained man. There's got to be a guy that splits the screen, whoever the two blockers are that are blocking, and then there's a guy got to come. Everybody else has to come inside out on it. We just don't get ourselves in good position on those things a lot. So, when I'm saying screens, I'm talking about the regular screen out of the backfield, but also the quick screens out to the wideouts. That was their whole game plan. Get rid of the ball. Don't give us a chance to do a lot. And we just did not get that balance on defense. We couldn't get them behind the chains very often. And it was just one of those games that we were lost. I'll tell you right now, when they said that we got the personal foul, what they call it, on the field goal, intentional, personal foul, whatever it was.
Oh, the leaping, yeah.
Whatever they called it, whatever they called it, I can't remember. But all I can tell you is we had a personal foul. The defense was a personal foul the whole ball game.
Well, we haven't even gotten into the fact that a guy ran in to give Evan Ingram a sip of water, and the Jaguars get a timeout charge to him for that. The reason we're not even talking about that is I think Trevor Lawrence got hurt like the very next play.
Yeah, and that was another problem is, when we had to get out from backed up, we got 2 penalties at home.
Yeah. I love the false start, everybody but the center.
Yeah, and then we get a delay of game. So, those kind of things you can't do.
Let's go back to the All-Pro Roofing phone line, 641-1010. Phone lines are open, Jacksonville. Let's go to the south side. Let's get Randy in here on 1010XL. Randy, what do you got?
Hey, Coach and Hacker. Love y'all show.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
And give your opinion on Caldwell and how he calls the plays. It seems confusing.
Randy, appreciate it. So people are going after Mike Caldwell. Tonight, tomorrow, this week is not going to be a good week for Mike Caldwell. It's a week-to-week league. Last week, the defense was very good. 2 weeks ago against Tennessee, the defense was very good. 3 weeks ago against San Francisco, they were awful. They reverted back to being awful again tonight. It's probably going to be a long week for Mike Caldwell.
Yeah, I think he's going to take a little criticism. And again, I think some of it's execution, some of it's, we didn't play enough man-to-man. You have to somewhere along the line say these guys are going to dink and dunk us against the zones. We're missing tackles. We better start locking up on some guys and see if we can slow it down. I think we got scared out of that a little bit because when we blitzed, they ran a screen. There's just some things that they had us off balance. So you have to say that they did a good job offensively. Really, nobody's really said that they have Jamar Chase, Higgins, and Boyd. That's a pretty good group of receivers.
Great group.
I'm not sure we faced those kind of guys with anybody other than San Francisco. And we got our butt kicked in both of those situations. So some of it is personnel not executing as well as the calls by the coaching staff.
RJ, let's call an audible. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we give you a defensive player of the game. That defensive player of the game is brought to you by our friends at Superior Fence and Rail, and let's do it right now. The Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
We got a job to do here, Coach. somebody's got to be the defensive player of the game. Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I mean, a sack and a half, an interception. Josh Allen played his tail off tonight, getting essentially no help from anybody else on the D-line. So, just like normal, Josh Allen's the only guy we got that can get to the opposing quarterback. An occasional glimpse of Trayvon Walker, occasional glimpse. But Josh Allen, clearly the defensive player of the game.
Yeah, Josh is playing really well. And, again, I have to rewatch the tape to see how we did against the run, but I thought he played that well as well. He's only 1.5 sacks away from the top sacker in Jaguar history.
Yeah, I think Calais has the record at 14.5, right?
Yeah, I think he's close. I think he gets 15 here in 1.5 sacks.
If he doesn't break the record, it would be a disappointment now.
Yeah, and, again, I think he's making himself some money because I really think he's legitimately one of the better pass rushers in the league right now.
Jacksonville, if you're on the phone lines, we will get to you. That's you, Justin. That's you, Matt. The rest of you guys, hang in there. If you want to get in, there is room for you at 641-1010. We're with you for about another 45 minutes. Give it up for Coach Campo. The guy has 3 Super Bowl rings. The guy coached for 46 some odd years, and he's here with you at 2:15 in the morning to talk about whatever on earth that was at Everbank Stadium. Coach, you're the man. We appreciate you tonight. More to do. Fifth quarter rolls on. 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
There's an energy and drama to play-by-play sports.
This crowd, a big factor.
You never know what's going to happen. Wow! Feel the energy on 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Oh, the holidays. Sitting around the house, sharing stories and relaxing with family. There's nothing like the holidays. Don't ruin your holiday season with a septic emergency. Plan ahead and get your septic tank pumped out now. Duck Duck Rooter Septic Services can be there this week. Go ahead, give Duck Duck Rooter a call and relax.
When you're stuck, call the duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Now is the perfect time to make sure that your roof hasn't been damaged after storm season. Schedule a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. And right now, get 15% off your roof replacement and repairs. Plus, flexible financing options are available. This offer expires December 31st and restrictions apply. Universal Roof and Contracting, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World, simply the best for less. And thank you for your business.
This is Frank Frangie. Join Dan Hickett and me for All Things Gators, our podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Monday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty. a proud partner of the Jaguars.
Get slightly salty and enjoy brackish vodka at Whitey's Fish Camp, the place to be since 1963.
Mike Dempsey for Tire Outlet. Are you looking for the best deal on your next set of tires? Tire Outlet never falls flat. We offer the best selection, best quality, and best prices on tires so that you can find the right ones for your vehicle. With over 40 years of experience, 15 locations across Florida, and a legendary price match guarantee, you can trust that your vehicle is in great hands. Our skilled technicians are ready to maintain and repair your vehicle to keep it operating its best. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Tire Outlet. Jim Kelly, Warren Sapp, and 1010XL's Pro Bowl offensive lineman Leon Searcy. Hurricane history is loaded with superstars.
Find out what you need to know about the Kings on the Performance Painting Hurricane Report.
On 1010XL.
The Bulls are back in town and taking over Jacksonville. Get ready for bull-bucking mayhem at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 23rd and 24th. U.S. Border Patrol PBR Jacksonville is bringing the city 2 nights of bull riding action, featuring the most electric 8 seconds in sports. Come see the toughest sport on dirt at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets today at PBR.com or Ticketmaster.
Superior Fence and Rail knows about exceptional customer service. From the first call to the final inspection, Superior's team provides first-class care with great communication, friendly installers, and quality fence products. There's a reason why Superior is the top-rated fence company in Jacksonville. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your new fence today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, we have all seen Forevermark diamond ads on television. Tell us about them.
Frank, Forevermark diamonds are a group of diamonds that have been separated from diamond productions in South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, and Canada because they're beautiful, rare, and responsibly sourced. Also, because the sale of these diamonds benefits the communities they come from, they're selected to carry the Forevermark icon. At Underwoods, we've sold South African and Namibian diamonds before, but Forevermark's different because these diamonds are traced and individually cared for from the mine all the way to her finger. And less than 1% of all diamonds qualify to be Forevermark. These diamonds also only sell through an authorized network of diamond cutters and retail stores that are carefully selected just like the diamonds. Underwoods is proud to be a part of that network, and we were one of the first 5 in the United States to join.
Underwoods, where customers are served with quality and respect. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Putting an extra 60 minutes on the clock. The Window World of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. From Players Grill Mandarin. Presented by Osteen Volvo and Volkswagen. And Dr. George Bari and Bari Orthopedics. On 1010XL.
They throw what could be a double pass. This is Boyd. Now he wants to throw it back. And the ball's picked off by the Jaguars. Josh Allen. Has he done enough this year yet? He picked off the double pass and ran it back inside the 10-yard line of the Cincinnati Bengals. Wow. How good is that from Josh Allen?
Frank Frangie on the call, Jaguars radio. Boy, at that point you thought, all right, they're going to win this thing. No, Nope, that was the one defensive play of the game. Everything else was absolutely owned by the Cincinnati offense. Jake Browning, first career start on the road in the NFL, 32 of 37, 354 yards, a quarterback rating of 116. Good heavens. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you a play of the game. That play of the game is brought to you by our friends at Performance Painting. RJ, let's do it now. The Performance Painting play of the game.
Now the Performance Painting high performance play of the game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Josh Allen's interception gets an honorable mention, but I think, Coach, you and I are in agreement. Parker Washington, that touchdown in the back of the end zone. What a grab by the sixth-round rookie out of Penn State. Parker Washington's touchdown catch is your Performance Painting play of the game.
Yeah, there's no question that was a big play. It got us back. That's one that got us tied, right?
I got 21 apiece.
21, yeah. Got us back in it, and it was an excellent play.
Back to the phone lines we go, 641-1010. If you're on the phone lines, we will get to you. Let's go down to Green Cove Springs, get Justin in here on 1010XL. Justin, what's going on?
How you doing, gentlemen?
Hey, Justin, how are you?
I want to say at Slab. I'm at the Slab every home game. I went to Indianapolis. I went to New Orleans. It is so hard to deal with all the people running their mouth. As Pack, you're aware, as many people give you a hard time on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. It is so hard to go on games every week that we have them and get embarrassed. But when we go away, we do our job. It is really hard to keep going to this field, and then they put on this show, especially in front of everyone, and we have nothing to show for it. But when we go anywhere else, they run their mouth, and we have nothing to back it up. And I'm just, it's so hard to keep doing it week in and week out. But we keep doing it. Something's got to stop with this.
Justin, appreciate the phone call. You can see the frustration or hear the frustration in Justin's voice. I like a good Twitter debate, Coach. I'm not sure if you know that about me. I like a good back and forth, a little give and take. It's fun. 6-0 away from Everbank Stadium, 2-4 in Everbank Stadium. Can you explain that?
No, I can't explain it. I mean, some of it is who they're playing against. Some of it is maybe that they bond together a little bit more when they, I even said after, a couple of losses, maybe we ought to go to the hotel with everybody the night before the game here so that they're strictly thinking football, and that's what happens when you go on the road. I've never seen a team that goes on the road and is 6-0 and at home they're 2-4, whatever it is.
Well, and those 4 losses, the defense has embarrassed themselves in 3 of those 4 games.
Right.
Houston, San Francisco, and Cincinnati.
Right.
They weren't bad. They weren't below average. They were embarrassing.
Right.
Awful. And they're going to say the right things in the press conferences. They're going to look at the tape and the 24-hour rule, and that's fine and that's factual. But we're talking to the fans that are awake at 2:27 right now in the morning, and they don't want to hear that. They want to know why this defense is embarrassing themselves every home game.
Well, first of all, you said it earlier, sometimes what you put on tape is who you are.
Yeah, when a team shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you right now, what's the thing about all those 3 of those games? They've got good receivers.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the quarterback had a hot hand. There's not a lot of difference between that kid and Purdy. Purdy gets the ball to his playmakers. This guy got the ball to his playmaker. Chase had 9 catches for 140 yards. Now, he got it to some other people too, but they had a pretty good receiver core. So maybe our defense, we've been bend but not breaking against not as good receivers. Well, when you play against a good one, every once in a while you have to go man to man, and Tyson Campbell found out that Chase is the real deal. So, we have to look at that and say, hey, some of it is a bad day, but some of it is that's who we are. We've got to find a way to change up enough to get some balance and make sure we don't get in that situation.
I want to ask you about Tyson Campbell in a moment. Before we get there, let's go down to St. Johns County. Let's get Matt in here on 1010XL in the fifth quarter. Matt, what do you got?
Hey, guys. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Matt. How are you, bud?
Great. Well, not really, but real quick, I wanted to give a shout-out to my friends Josh and Jason. Thanks for getting me home safe tonight. And, I think for me, not like a rant, but it's more about grieving, right? Almost at the beginning of the year, we're talking about a two-deep team and that has potential to go so far, and we lose Trevor Lawrence. And being at the bank tonight and seeing him and his reaction, and if his reaction is indicative of the severity of the injury, I don't know if we're going to get him back. And what can we do with CJ moving forward? Are we going to go try to get somebody off the couch like Matt Ryan or Colt McCoy or bring back Nick Foles? What do you guys think?
Matt, appreciate it. Again, for Trevor Lawrence, we don't have any definitive word. He was in a walking boot in the locker room, but he appeared to be in good spirits in the locker room from indications of people that were there. X-rays were, I guess, negative because the initial diagnosis, at least Adam Schefter is reporting, a sprained ankle. I would imagine that's going to turn into a high ankle. I can't imagine it's not a high ankle. We don't know that until tomorrow. But I don't believe it's season ending because I think we would have found that out by now. It happened 4 some odd hours ago, and when it's season ending like Aaron Rodgers or when it's a bad one like that, you tend to learn those things pretty quick, and we haven't gotten any word about that yet.
I think we got to give C.J. Beathard a chance.
I agree.
To be honest with you, the guy has been around. And there's, I think our quarterback coaches are pretty darn good. And I think that their evaluation has been that Beathard is a guy in a limited role when you're not asking him to be Trevor Lawrence, that you can develop a game plan that allows him to do what he does best. And I don't know that you're going to get anybody off the couch. Not Colt McCoy. I can guarantee you that. We got Colt McCoy right here in Beathard.
Yeah, you're not going to get a better option than Beathard because he knows the offense. He's been with Peterson for almost 2 years now. Beathard is your best option moving forward.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I don't think there's any question there.
Unless you can convince Tom Brady to come here, which is probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, and look, we don't know, again, the severity of Lawrence, but can Beathard find a way to win 1 or 2 games here in the next month? And then maybe, I'm just spitballing here, maybe 4 weeks goes by if it's a high ankle and Trevor can come back for the playoffs.
Hey, somewhere along the line, the rest of the guys have got to step up.
Agreed. There's no doubt.
It's not just on Beathard, but Beathard is an experienced guy, like I said, and he knows the offense, like you said, and they have confidence in him, or else they would have brought somebody else in.
Well, and look, Cincinnati won a game with Jake Browning tonight, all right? I mean, look at all the starting quarterbacks that are out. Pittsburgh's going to have to figure out a way to win with Mitch Trubisky. Cleveland's trying to figure out a way to win with Joe Flacco and Walker and all the guys they have. I mean, it is just a mosh pit of injuries. Mass unit in the AFC. Let's go to the South Side. Let's get John in here on the fifth quarter on 1010XL. John, what's going on?
Hey, so I was taking a look at the 2022 draft because we needed defensive end in that draft, and we took Trayvon Walker number 1. There were 5 defensive ends taken in that draft. He has the least amount of sacks as all of them this year. And if you go down, you have George Karlaftis at 30 has 8 sacks. So I was trying to figure out why, and I believe it's because in short, he ran a 4.540. He didn't do it in college on the field. All the other guys like Jermaine Johnson did. And to me, it's not that hard to find a guy running a 4.5 in shorts. I mean, to me, it's like, you need a pinky, I'll find you a pinky. But we need production. He's never had production hacks. So that's just my rant.
John, appreciate the rant, and you're not wrong. Again, week-to-week league, Walker was pretty good last week. Walker had about 1 or 2 plays where he stood out tonight. he's not affecting the opposing quarterback. And the Jaguars, whether they tried to or not, and that's the MO, they tried to. Okay, well, they didn't bring in anybody this offseason or at the trade deadline. So whether they did not want to bring somebody in because that signifies they missed on the Walker pick is for you to decide and for me to simply throw out there, and you do with it what you will. But that looks, right now, almost 2 years in, that does not look like a good pick.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's not doing what you want your number one draft pick to do, and especially if he's supposed to be a rusher and a passer. Can he be a player that helps you win a lot of games? I think if he goes inside, I've said it from the day I got here. He's either a 4-3 defensive end where all he does is put his hand on the ground and play, or he's inside in a 3-4 or something where he's got a chance to rush on guards because he's not nifty enough on the outside right now.
Let's talk about his former Georgia teammate. Did Tyson Campbell, in your opinion, struggle as much as it looked like?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he had a rough ball game tonight. And I think, I'm a firm believer if you don't practice, you don't play. And, when you're out for a certain period of time and then you come back in, there's an adjustment period, the speed of the game. If you're not getting enough practice time, I don't know how much practice. He was limited during the week. Well, I don't know what limited means when they say limited. Did he just practice one day? Did he just go through? Normally you're going to go through four or five plays and then sit down for a while. He wasn't ready, in my opinion.
It was a bad night for Tyson Campbell. Let's go down to Key West. Let's get Dave in here on the fifth quarter on 1010XL. Dave, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. My initial, not rant, but I just wanted to talk about, why can't we win at home? I know you guys already discussed that. But, we can talk about it more if you want. But also, I was like, what? It just like, I know we lost the quarterback tonight. I know we lost. But we're still, I think the arrow is pointing up for this team. And I want us to, it is a week-to-week league. I think, maybe we can still hold our head high a little bit. And, I think, we're sitting better now than we did, say, a year or two, even 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we're talking draft now. So, I mean, I'd just like to say, thank you guys for being on the radio at this late of the hour, and let's go Jags.
Dave, appreciate it. Appreciate the positivity there.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me just say this, okay? I was in the league for 23 years. I've seen this happen many, many times. I think the thing that you got to – there was a lot of Kool-Aid being drunk around here from the beginning of this year, before the season started, from us media guys. And the one thing I said, guys, we were 9-8 last year. It isn't, it's expectations. If we hadn't gone to the playoffs last year, if we had lost to the Titans in the last ball game, what would we have said about this team? If we were 8-4, we'd be ecstatic right now. But the expectations have been put so high on this team that it's frustrating. And it's frustrating to me. It's frustrating to you, Hack. But at the same time, the season's not over. We're 8-4. Let's worry about what's going to happen next week. It's a 24-hour rule. Be frustrated. I'm frustrated. Everybody's frustrated. But that positivity that he said right there, we've suffered through some, you guys out there, more than me, because I was gone. I just got back here 3 years ago. You guys have suffered through some crappy seasons. This is not a crappy season at this point. Now, if we go in there and we lose 5 in a row, then it's a different story. But I'm telling you that it's a week-to-week league, and I expect us to come back out and play well this next week.
Let's get one more phone call in tonight. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. It's 2:40 in the morning here on the East Coast. Let's go to the state of Oklahoma. Let's get Alex in here on 1010XL. Alex, what's going on?
Hi, guys. What's up?
How are you?
Oh, I wish I could say I was doing good, but after that game, probably not.
I hear you. We're all in the same boat there.
Well, my thing was, I just wanted to point this out because it's a kind of a trend I've noticed with this Doug Peterson team, really. And they're not prepared for primetime games. I mean, you look at the Titans game. The Titans came out there. They came out with a very effective game plan. They were doing good things in the first half, and we were just sluggish. Like, it took us till the second half to finally start clicking. And, we had to win by that miracle Josh Allen fumble return for a touchdown against the Titans. And then you had that Chargers game, They went down 27-0 in the first half. And, you had to come back and win that game. And then, you got this Monday Night Football game right in front of you. And the defense just didn't even show up to play. So, I have nothing against Doug Peterson, but they need to find a way to, get this team prepared for primetime games. Because if they want to be an elite team, they got to know how to play underneath the lights. And I'll take your response out there.
Alex, thank you for the call. In fairness, Doug also has wins on the road at New York last year and at New Orleans earlier this year in primetime games. But there's no doubt, Tennessee last year, the Chargers last year, and certainly tonight, they have not gotten off to great starts.
Well, we're not an elite team, guys. Yeah. I mean, we're a good team that didn't play well today, but we're not elite. I think this team is a year away. But, again, I've said that over and over. But my biggest thing is that I've seen it happen where you get a little bit inconsistent. You play well one week, you don't play well the next week. The elite teams play well every week. And so it still comes down to when you line up, it's matchups. Do you win your plays when you have an opportunity to make them? We did not do that tonight on defense. We had opportunities to make some plays. We didn't make them. Chase made 2 or 3 catches that we were an inch away from knocking them away. We didn't make the plays. He's better than our guy in that situation. That's how the NFL works.
Every week here on the Fifth Quarter, we do give you a drive of the game. That drive of the game is brought to you by our friends at Tire Outlet. RJ, let's do it now. The Tire Outlet drive of the game.
Now, the Tire Outlet drive of the game. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Trailing 21-14, the Jaguars got the ball at their own 16-yard line. 12 plays, 84 yards, 6 minutes, 24 seconds off the clock. Trevor Lawrence to Parker Washington for his first NFL touchdown. That tied the ball game at 21 apiece. That is tonight's Tire Outlet drive of the game. We'll come back. We'll put a wrap on what was, quite frankly, a football disaster at Everbank Stadium tonight. And we'll preview what lies ahead going to Cleveland. Is it going to be C.J. Beathard versus Joe Flacco? Who would have thought that a week ago? That appears to be the case going into Cleveland on Sunday. With the head coach, Dave Campo, I'm the hacker, Ryan Green. One segment to go. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
From Duval to the world.
All communication lines are clear.
Download the 1010XL apps for free on Apple and Android devices and listen wherever life takes you.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Prime Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gates store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Hello, Jacksonville. I'm Greg McGarity, President and CEO of Gator Bowl Sports. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl game and events have been a Jacksonville staple for more than 76 years. But we are more than just a game. We support more than 4,500 local youth annually through Gator Bowl charities initiatives. This community impact in the football game are made possible by a membership of more than 250 corporate, Green Jacket, and junior members. Gator Bowl Sports is a perfect way for local companies and people to get involved and give back to our community. I'd love to meet you and talk to you about how you can join our team. Call me at 798-1700.
Hacker here, and look, football season is in full swing, and no game day setup is complete without the Sausage Dude sausage. I'm a sausage guy, and the Sausage Dude sausage is the best sausage I've ever had. Try their 4 terrific flavors, including Polish, Hungarian, beer bratwurst with jalapeno, and my personal favorite, the Italian today, by picking them up at any Publix in the Jacksonville area. Football and sausage, it's a winning combination. Go get the Sausage Dude sausage at any Publix in the Jacksonville area right now.
Hey, hon, our new True Flame Grill from CSS is installed and ready to go.
I still can't believe what a great deal we got from CSS. They're always so good to us.
Well, they said the new True Flame Grills redefine value from premium craftsmanship. I mean, look at this thing. Multiple heat zone separators, stainless steel to withstand the weather.
A lifetime warranty and cool lighting so we can grill at night.
Okay, let's get cooking.
True Flame Grills. See them today at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
It's a force that can't be contained. Propelled by purpose, pride, and the power to protect. When winning isn't just the mission, it's your passion. You pursue it. You make power plays. You pick your team. At Farrah & Farrah, we deliver game day energy 24/7. Jacksonville.
It's a military battle on the football field.
Football's greatest classic, the Army-Navy game.
Listen for Army-Navy moments. Here we go. Brought to you by Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters on 1010XL.
Hello, Jacksonville. I'm Greg McGarity, President and CEO of Gator Bowl Sports. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl game and events have been a Jacksonville staple for more than 76 years. But we are more than just a game. We support more than 4,500 local youth annually through Gator Bowl charities initiatives. This community impact in the football game are made possible by a membership of more than 250 corporate, Green Jacket, and junior members. Gator Bowl Sports is a perfect way for local companies and people to get involved and give back to our community. I'd love to meet you and talk to you about how you can join our team. Call me at 798-1700.
The Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is now offering online scheduling for new patient appointments for all of their physicians. Simply schedule your appointment on your cell phone, tablet, or desktop. JOI is the first orthopedic practice in North Florida to offer this feature to patients. To schedule your appointment online, visit joi.net and click on the button at the top of the page. If you'll be using insurance, be sure and have your information handy. JOI, where the pros go.
Hey everyone, Jason Parker, CEO of Performance Painting here. 'Tis the season for giving gifts, and this year our gift to you is waiving the power washing fee when prepping to paint your commercial building or home exterior. That's a $500 to $3,000 savings back in your pocket depending on the square footage. And no matter who you hire, make sure they power wash using the proper methods, which includes being careful around your expensive windows. Learn more at performancepaintingjacks.com or call today at 849-2499.
Performance Painting.
Atlantic Self Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
The holiday season means something different to every individual. For many, it's a chance to enjoy the goodness of the human spirit. And at Famous Automotive and Tire Centers, it's all that, and one extra: comfort. The comfort to know that when they work on your vehicle, they've done their absolute best. And that means no matter where you go this holiday season, you'll drive safe and sound. Next time, visit Famous Automotive and Tire Centers. 7 locations servicing every customer like they're famous.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter from Players Grill Mandarin, presented by Osteen Volvo and Volkswagen and Dr. George Bari and Bari Orthopedics on 1010XL.
Trevor drives it to blitz. They throw it out to the left side. It's caught by Evan Ingram inside the 20. Along the far sideline, 10 to the 5. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! Evan Ingram into the end zone for the first time this year. A 22-yarder when Jacksonville has taken the lead.
The personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah present this injury update. Farah and Farah,
Jacksonville,
exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Farah and Farah injury update, unfortunately, is the longest one of the year, and it's not even close. The big one, Trevor Lawrence. We'll see what happens. We'll get more information when Doug Peterson meets the media tomorrow. Initial thought was that it was obviously very bad. He did not come back into the game. However, Adam Schefter, among others, are saying initial diagnosis is a sprained ankle. Will that turn into a high ankle? Who knows? But again, if it's a sprained ankle and nothing more, even a high ankle, I think you count your blessings on the way it looked, but we'll see what happens. He was in a boot in the locker room after the game. Christian Kirk had a groin, Walker Little a hamstring, Trey Herndon in concussion protocol, Foley Fatukasi with an ankle. I mean, Coach, it was bad injury-wise tonight.
Yeah, this was a tough game. I mean, for us, you know, we didn't play well, and we got people banged up.
All right, the NFL schedule, last time I checked, is not going to stop, right? They're not going to care about the Jaguar injury problems. Jaguars have to go to Cleveland. Cleveland's certainly not going to care. They've been without Deshaun Watson for a month. Looks like Joe Flacco, although their head coach, Kevin Stefanski, was not committal on that at his press conference earlier today. Your thoughts on how the Jaguars possibly try to get over this and go play a desperate Browns team who's coming in off a loss as well?
Yeah, you know, I think you flush it. You know, you got a shorter week, so you have to get yourself ready to go by Wednesday. You know, you got to be ready to get moving. And guys, let me just I want to end this because I think we have great fans here in Jacksonville, and I appreciate the fact that you guys have been on the phone with us and listening and watching, whatever. You have every right to be frustrated. But again, let me just say that it's, you know, this weekend, tomorrow morning, when I get up, I'm going to watch the tape again, and then I'm going to get ready for watching Cleveland. That's what you have to do in the NFL, and that's what we're going to do, I'm sure.
Coach, you're the man for being up at this late hour. Go get some rest. I'll talk to you tomorrow night on Hacker After Dark.
You got it.
For the head coach, Dave Campo, RJ Saunders has been your producer tonight. I'm the Hacker, Ryan Green. Thank you guys for staying up late with us. It has been the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. We've been brought to you by Dr. George Bari and Bari Orthopedics and Osteen Volkswagen. Go take a 3-hour nap. Jeff Prosser will be in this studio in 180 minutes, and we will begin 18 hours of local programming here on your home of the Jacksonville Jaguars, 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hopefully, we get some good news about Trevor Lawrence tomorrow. We will wait and see. Have an absolutely terrific Tuesday morning, Jacksonville. We'll talk to you in a couple hours.
Nobody other than